Hey, Tony Gasson here, popping in. Now, one of the things that we have to be mindful of on these videos I'm shooting is I got to keep them short because the Wi-Fi in here is not working that well. I might have to go, I don't know, maybe I got to go to the living room. The other video I had uploaded in the gym, me and my son went to the gym this morning. But I wanted to pop on here and tell you something, and this something that was as a result of the interview that the comedian did that I was talking about on another video. And it made me think about us as we live in our life and we trying to move forward. And when you do things the right way, now I'm not speaking about the comedian at all. I'm just saying that's what triggered this thought. And I want you to think about yourself is what I want you to think about if you living with integrity. And one of the things you'll notice is that it seems like a lot of people take shortcuts. And then you may be living with integrity and it seems it's taking you longer to get there, but you don't really know where there is or if there is for you. A lot of times you may desire to be there, but that's not what God has for you because they show us a destination, but most often that destination is the world's destination, not God's destination. And the path is the world's path and not God's path. And yet God's path could be far more windy and detours and pit stops and potholes, and these things develop you. You have to be patient. You have to be consistent. You have to be persistent. You have to be dedicated, committed, hungry, driven, obedient. You have to sacrifice. You have to work. You got to invest. And it takes time. Now, the thing that I've learned over time about God's destination is when God gets you somewhere, you last. You have longevity. See, the thing about man's destination is it's a short stay. It's quick lived. And the thing, what happens a lot of times is what the world will try to do, what the adversary will try to do, is the adversary will try to advance you so that he can get you in and get you out, so he can get you canceled. And that's why you have to pray for God's will and not your will. You got to be mindful. If you watching this, y'all forgive me. I'm not at home now. I'm in an Airbnb in London, so this ain't my background. And you have to be mindful of that because if you get on, but God ain't put you on, you in the world system, you got the world promotion, and then they fire you or they let you go. Now it look like you got canceled. And now the world will move on. You know, life move on without you. And yeah, you could go back to doing what God had you doing, but had you not got off path and not got into what the world offered you, you would eventually arrive with God and you would have never had to fall off because you took your time to get there with God. And that's one thing you have to realize is when you take shortcuts, you get cut short, but it does not look like that in life because a lot of times that shortcut, it take a while to prove to be the wrong way to go. So we'll see people doing the wrong thing and look like they winning just because they having a season or what appears to be longevity. That might be 4 years, it might be 5 years, it might be 10 years, but you got to remember 1,000 years is like one day unto the Lord. So in your life, it might be the last 10 years of your life where God has you in a position that he want to have you in on earth. Because what God is more so concerned with is eternity. Yes, your life has purpose and you're going to do things here, but it's really your eternity that matters to God the most. And so that's why you can't get weary. When you're doing things the right way, you're going the right way, you're doing it how you're supposed to be doing it, you can't get weary. And I'm just sharing with you a message that God shared with me. And one of the things that I found that God will do is he'll sustain you. He'll sustain you and he'll bless you. And what God will do is God will still show up and make a way out of no way to where non-believers and spectators and doubters will be confused as to how what's happening is happening. They won't understand it. They'll be like, what's going on? Like, how is this happening for you? What you got, what you got going? Like, how you doing this? But it's God doing it. And in those victories, and I won't call them small victories because it's in the eye of the beholder, but in those victories, you don't know what type of witness that is to people. When people look at you and they don't know how you paying your bills, they don't know how you got a job, keeping a job, they don't know how your kids able to do this what they doing or do that what they doing, and they can't wrap their mind around it. But when they talk to you, they hear a praise of God. When they watch you, they see a righteous lifestyle. So your lifestyle becomes a witness. It becomes a ministry, and you may not even know how people are being driven closer to God because of your walk and your life and God's sustenance of your life. Now, I don't know if that's no word, but we're going to use it right there. Whether it is or ain't, I like the way that hit right there, sustenance. And so you have to understand that and just be patient. Just stay in that. Just stay in that and be patient and just keep going and just be obedient and just let God time and play out. And yes, you can press forward, but when you pressing forward or when you trying to kick down doors, you knocking on doors for opportunity, yes, that's okay, but you got to understand if God intend it need to be something God put on your spirit. And if he put on your spirit, knock on this door, go here, do that, then he gonna bless it. He gonna bless it. He gonna reward that effort, that obedience, and you gonna see that happen. So hey, keep your head up. Don't get discouraged. Don't take no shortcuts. Don't compete and compare. Just stay the course. Keep doing it the right way. Living righteous. Doing what you're supposed to do. And what's for you is for you. It's gonna happen. And this could be getting married. This could be on a job. This could be in your business, entrepreneurially. This could be with your children, with your friend, whoever, whatever season area you in where you being obedient and you doing what God has told you to do. And it seemed like things ain't coming fast enough, but it looked like it's happening for other people. Stop looking left and right. Keep your eyes on the prize. Continue to sacrifice and be obedient and watch what happens. Hey, this is Tony Gaskins. God bless you. Hopefully this video could get up to you. We'll talk soon.